left-hand side changing is an important issue to be handled. And even though in automated driving systems, teleoperation is not mandatory, not required, but let's keep in mind that our vehicle is public transportation bus and we are carrying 30, 40, 50 people. In case of any malfunction, failure of any problem, we have the responsibility of carrying people to next stop, to safe place, based on the requirement of the safety conditions. So we have teleoperation. In closed areas, time to time, we are allowed to have take the driver away the seat. This is one of them. Yeah. So what we do is basically we do not retrofit. We work with the OEMs. OEM who has type certification, homologation. Our engineers collaborate together with OEM engineers. We decide on the sensor suite, models, location, and the positioning of the sensor suite. We share together with our OEM all the wiring installation of our sensor suite, including cabling, are done in the factory on the production line, but the OEM technicians and engineers. At the end of the installation, once the bus is out of company, so it is fully homologated. This is also another issue. Once you may have technically achieved everything, but at the end, there will be some authorities to give you approval to operate in the mixed traffic, open public road, and carrying passengers. So these are crucial issues to handle in the automated driving. And we have various OEMs. For the European market, we work with Karsan, 8-meter e-attack bus, which is quite famous in European market. And Karsan has from 6 meters to 18 meters all the range with electric. And in United States, we work with custom vicinity motors, sorry. And as you know, in United States, mostly public transportations are done by federal governments, and they have Buy America conditions, FMVSS compliance, and ADAS compliance. And in Australia, finally, we have our right-hand side driving vehicle, and we are collaborating with them. Basically, as I mentioned, the critical issues, factory-fitted operation, type certified and homologated vehicles to start with. So one of the major issues, accessibility. Accessibility for physical disabled, for visual disabled, and for hearing disabled also. In our solution, we have integrated with the public transportation operators. We have applications for the reaching of the disabled people. So based on their requirement, location, our ADAS system will stop at any point which is required to be stopped for pickup and drop down. Connectivity is a major issue in public transportation, from vehicle to command control center of public transportation operators, and from the public transportation operators' mobile apps to the customers, to the public. So this has been done successfully, and we are creating most of the required data by the required authorities. Because as Ivan mentioned, once you have driver is in the control of everything, and he is the driver, he is the security guy, he is the judge in the bus. If you remove the driver from bus, then there should be technologic environment to fulfill drivers' non-existence issues. So these are also being handled in the case. Now, safety. One of the major issues to handle in automated driving, and especially this year we have so many questions. To comply with the safety conditions, first we studied all the standards. We evaluate all the standards with functional safety, non-functional safety. With our holistic approach, by using V model, we create graphical and mathematical data for the verification and validation of authorities. So basic issues, if your technology is consistent, then you are in a position to create the data. The authorities, basically, they would like to understand your approach on the standards. There are so many standards. So, and there is no a regular way for everybody to follow up. It is, the autonomous driving is a new era, and it is an evaluation stage. All of us, we are learning day by day, and we are executing day by day. To overcome all those cases, we should have more projects, deployments, wheels on the ground. Every day, in every geography, if you operate in Norway in winter season, minus 20 degrees Celsius, 70 centimeters snow, then you see that RGB cameras are not enough. Everywhere is white. And if you operate in France, in Châteauroux, the fog is unbelievably intense. And one of the major cases, this is a kind of a confidential innovation issue, but do you know one of the major problems in automated driving is exhaust fume? Can you imagine? Basically, in United States, exhaust fumes are big objects, appears and disappears. Let's define it. So, to define all those cases to comply with the safety and standards, we should have more deployments, good engineering, and good learning and listening. We are developing a product which is ruled and regulated by someone, which is operated by someone, which is approved by someone, which is used by someone. So basically our success is in listening to everybody, all stakeholders, including universities and research institutes, to come to a common idea agreed by everybody. So basically, we are following up very closely the EU rules and regulations in European Union and NHTSA's rules and regulations in United States. And as I said, we evaluate them day by day, and we have focus groups from both. We share data, report, and demo drive cases together with them. We do not make a product and ask them to inspect and make approval. We do create together with them. So basically, that is how we get approvals operating in mixed traffic, open public road, carrying, paying passengers with the approval. Now I'll show you some other diplomas. This is United States. This is Michigan State University campus, and it is a campus area, but it is traffic is dense more than the metropolitan city. And by rules and regulations, still we keep the safety driver on the seat while operation. And as I mentioned, in certain cases, we are allowed to remove the driver if the authorities are approving. So from technology point of view, we are ready. But from the legislative framework point of view, they are not ready. They will release the terms and conditions of removing the driver from the seat, and we will apply for those cases to be successful. Okay. We have developed, at the moment we have in Germany, we have in Finland, we have in Norway, we have United States, Michigan State. Very near soon, we will have in Buffalo, we will have a near soon one in New York City, JFK Airport. And we have signed contract 1 month ago with Rotterdam Airport project. And we are expecting 2 more projects in Sweden, 1 more project in Finland, and 1 more project in Spain. So basically, the projects which we are following up, they are coming with the funds and financial support of federal authorities. So it takes quite around 1 year to 1.5 years to come to a stage that the wheels will be on the ground. So we have developments in so many geographies. And as I mentioned, our deployment in Michigan State University has been announced first in US with the approval of authorities. And our deployment in city of Stavanger in Norway has been announced as first in Europe. And still in our category, which is full-size bus, we are the only one operating on the public road, mixed traffic, carrying paying passengers. Thank you very much for your attention, and just on time.
Thank you very much, Ali. Yeah, we need more deployment to learn, as you said. Thanks a lot. No time for questions, but yeah, you can find him, I'm sure, and you can have chat with him. So the next speaker is Michael Robinson. Please join me on stage. Hello, nice to meet you. Design director at Blue Engineering. He will talk about new trends in design of autonomous vehicles. Looking forward to that. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm going to do everything possible to have some fun, because speeches need to be fun and a lot less technicalities and boring things. So my speech is called The Roadmap to a World Without Drivers. Can you imagine that? No drivers. No Verstappen, only Sainz and Leclerc was okay, but no Verstappen, okay? We're trying to figure out how we can go, because autonomous vehicles means we're taking the driver out of the picture. So if we have one or two autonomous vehicles, then you have to say, well, they explain it all to the rest of the cars. Let me start by getting a little bit of a feedback from my background. Let's go this way. Come on. Here, the bottom one. Okay. They go backwards? Which one? Oh, okay. Okay, super. Oops, thanks a lot. All right. Back in a long time, 1996, I was named design director at Lancia. The very first project I did was a Lancia Dialogos. And we worked for 2 years to make this car. It finally came out in 1998, excuse me. And we did a vis-a-vis luxury sedan. The seats were vis-a-vis. So you could drive talking to your girlfriend. It's just fantastic, right? Well, I went around telling people we're going to do autonomous vehicles with no driver. They said, are you out of your mind? I love driving my car. Why should I ever give up driving my car? You are stupid. 1998. And so this is one of the very first autonomous vehicles in all of Europe, not just in Lancia or in Torino. So after this vehicle, we did a second one, which is the Lancia Nea, 2000. The first one, I must admit, was a static vehicle because it had no engine in it, lots of computers but no engine. This one had an engine and it was working 100% functional because we could drive it with no hands.